Hello. In this session, we're going to look at 4 ways of research, some of which you might never have thought of before. People, when they think about research, often just think, Google. Let's Google it. And of course, most of them end up on Wikipedia, and that is a very, very poor place to do research. So what we're going to look at today is 4 different methods that you might enjoy. The first thing I always do when I'm starting a new project is called a brain dump. I get a huge piece of paper, and in the middle I put a rough idea of what I'm going to talk about, and then everything I think of goes down in any order all the way around the middle. Everything I'm going to research that I can think of, who I'm going to talk to, ideas for where I'm going to get it out there, anything that I think I should look up, anything that I'm not 100% sure of, everything goes down onto this piece of paper. And I leave the paper around for a week or so, well, actually all the way through the project, and anything I think of as I'm going around my daily life, I scribble down on that paper. And when I've finished, I've got a massive amount of information. Everything that's just come pouring out of my head in any sort of order is on this paper. And I can then look at it and think, oh, yes, that belongs there, and so on. And it's really an amazing resource. It's everything that I know about the topic. A second place that you might never have thought of to research is actually on Amazon. And I don't mean downloading a lot of books and reading them. No, you join Amazon, and when you're a member, they allow you to look inside books, and you can see maybe 10% of the book. And usually the 10% includes the contents page, and that's an enormously lovely place. It's gold to research, because if you've got a topic, you can go to the top books on that area, the best-selling books, and you can look inside them, and you can look at their contents pages, and you can say, oh, I mustn't forget to put that in my book, or this is a top-selling book, and yet it doesn't cover whatever. And so you make a note to yourself to remember to cover that particular topic. And you go to one book after another, and you've looked for free at all the top books in the area, and you've seen what they cover. How cool is that as a resource? So you're not going to forget anything important in your book, and you're going to add all the different things that that people have forgotten to put in. Another place that you can research, or an angle that you can research from, and this is really cool too, is you can go to the blogs. Now, I know that you probably will go to latest blogs to see what the latest ideas are on things and what people are saying, but a really good place to research on Google Blog is you look up your topic, you go to that blog, and sure, you read the article, but you also read the questions. In the comments afterwards, people ask questions. But what about this? And what about that? And you think, those are cool questions. Those are the things that people want to know. And you scribble down those questions, and lo and behold, you've got questions that you are going to use in your book. You're going to answer them. So that's a really good way too. The last place that I suggest you research, that we're going to look at in this session, is real life. People hesitate to approach experts in real life. First of all, they don't want to tell them they're writing a book, and then they don't want to say, but you're the expert. But you know what? This is the way to do it. You say, I'm writing a book on such and such a topic. I know that you're the expert on, and you pick an aspect of that topic, and then you say, is there something that you would like to contribute to my book? Now, you'd be surprised how many experts will write a paragraph for you, will do a quote for you that you can use in your book. And why would they do that? Because you have recognized them as an expert. They want to be thought of as an expert. And who knows, your book might be a next bestseller, and there they are, quoted as an expert in your book. So that's one place you can go. And experts in areas usually can be contacted through their website. It's really silly if an expert's website doesn't have contact details on it. So you can get really good contact details for all those experts. Now, the other real-life thing you can do is to ask people in your area or your market what they would like to know. If you were writing a book on infant nutrition, for example, you could ask all those mothers out there with kids under 5, if you read a book on that, what would you want to know? Scribble down their answers, scribble down their questions, and there you have questions to answer in your book. The last thing I'd like to say about research is that you need to keep it organised. Now, I use Scrivener to keep it organised. If you're using Word, I suggest that each little topic that you've identified from your brain dump, you make a folder on your desktop, and any research that you find, any information that you find, you put into those folders. And that way, you've got it all organised when you need it, because there's nothing worse than disorganised research. And we have another look at that in the next session, which is on structure.